So I was playing my Pandora on my cell phone and it stopped. The battery's off. I used up all the battery juice and I thought, you know what, it's probably time for me to call it a day and get back up here and start again tomorrow. And here, look what I did here. Where this 2x6 was going across, remember this is the last riser. And I only had it screwed in at the bottom because the rest of it is open on the other side. So I thought, you know, there's going to be a lot of weight on here. Those bricks are going to be heavy after the plywood. The tile bricks that I'm going to put back up here, you know. And I thought, how else can I make this a little stronger? I mean, granted, these screws would probably have held. I thought I had a little bit of extra scrap, and because this was a double 2x8, I thought, hey, I've got a ledge here, I'll just put the blocks on here. So I put a block down here, lifted it up, scribed it, went back down, cut it. I even put liquid nail behind there, got 2 screws into it, and I had 3 little clips left, my little clips out of my track, my metal track. And so I folded those up and I just screwed that just so this wouldn't flop around. I don't think it would ever flop around because I've got screws into it, I've got glue on it. 10 years from now, I think it would be just as fine as tomorrow. But I thought, okay, go the extra mile, Joe. I clipped that so that this is attached to that, just so it won't move or anything. Did the same thing over there. So, man, I've done quite a bit. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like up from above here. I got to climb through. Had to climb through the ladder to get up through there. Whoa! Backed up too far, almost fell. Isn't this looking good? Here's the steps. See how much the floor is sloping? Now you get a better idea of it, huh? This floor is sloping and this floor here is sloping all the way up. They've sloped it all the way down, and then this is even sloping here. This is all, that's all lined up. And it's gonna look really good when I get done with it. Wow. That's what it looks like. That piece, like I said, is going to go in over there, and I think they use that side for squareness because I've got this joist, I've got all of these joists, you know, from here over squared because we did the 3, 4, 5, and I'm off the end of the wall only an 1/8 of an inch from here to from there to here, this distance. And they probably, I think they use that, and then they came over to 8 feet, which was only about 6 inches off of the step, and then they had a seam there, and then they had the rest of the plywood there. Well, I didn't want to do that. I wanted a full piece of plywood from the stairs, even though the stairs are crooked and not square, to all the way over to here. Okay, then I'll fill in this last piece because I had to get two 4x8 sheets, and this is 5 feet by 9, so I'll have enough of the last piece to fill in from 4 feet to 5 feet at the end over there, and then I'll have some off of there that I can piece into this end, and hopefully I have enough to put one strip in there. And with that type of OSB plywood, it doesn't matter which way you run it, whereas plywood, if it was actually 4x8 sheets of plywood, it does matter. There's a certain way you have to do it across the grains of the plywood, but this stuff you can flip it either direction. But it has a tongue and groove on it. So I'm going to cut the groove off over here. No, wait, I'm going to cut the tongue off and shove it tight up to here. Then there'll be a little groove, like a U-shaped little groove thing. And then the next sheet will have a tongue on it. And so that will fit in there. And I'm hoping to be able to do that. I don't know if I'm going to have enough room to do that. We're just going to have to see if I got enough room to shove the tongue in and then push it down and not hit the stucco mold down at the bottom, because that could be tricky. And so, you know, I may have to put some blocks in where the seam is, because wherever you have an open seam on plywood, not particle board, but this OSB plywood, I've got to put a block in there. So we'll just have to see how that works. I may have to actually get into my my other 2x6s that I have and put a row of blocking in here, because the floor joists are every 16 inches on center. So the plywood's going to go across that way. You can't have a joint open. You know what I mean? That's why they have, when they're using it as flooring, they use a tongue and groove. Then the tongue fits into the groove, and that helps hold it going across an opening. And so that's how they do the floors. Okay, we'll get into that another time. But for now, I think it's time to say goodbye. Well, that's all I have for this time, but I'll be back with more videos. Now see, when I was at the store, I thought I was doing myself a favor, and I thought I got an extra couple of these, but when in reality I didn't. I've got 6 left, and I've got 1 joist here, 1 floor joist there, and 1 over there. So that means I got 6 joist hangers. So, and I have enough, but I don't have any for these places. Right there, right over there, right there, and right over there. But you know what? I'm not going to put any. See, I could put a joist hanger right there, but like I say, I'm not going to, and the reason why is because I have it screwed to this block. This block is attached to here. This is attached over to the end. I've got 3 screws going in through the stucco into the OSB. I've got liquid nail behind there. I've got the full force of this on here. You know, where's it really going to go? Not going to go anywhere. Same thing over here, see? Same situation there. Over there, I've got screws into the wood, the OSB. I've got glue into it. You know, I've got it supported halfway. So do I really need to do it over there too? I've got screws into that, pre-drilled, and got screws into there, screws into here. I mean, I do have some extra clips. See, I had some small ones and some big ones. I don't know why I got the small ones other than to show you that they do have small Simpson strong ties. And this would be for 2x4 or something. This is too long for a 2x4 on the side. Or you can use it for small little clips. But I use my track for all kinds of different things. And I've been it flat there, and I've done different things for underneath. You saw all the different clips, and that's not really structural. These clips are structural. Okay, so I'm not going to end up using these I just wanted to show you that they have small ones. They have 4.5-inch ones like this. And then I know they have 7-inch, 8-inch, 9-inch. And joist hangers like this, they've got for 2x4s, 2x6s, 2x8s, 2x10s, 2x12s. They got all kinds of different hangers. If you go to the store or you look through a catalog, you can get practically anything for connections. So what I could do, if I want, I could take these little clips and I could put one just here on the inside. Okay? Like that, right there. No different than that one right there. You know, those inside corner ones. And I think I might do that. I think I'll do that. That'll at least give it a few more nails to hold it up. And I'll be done with it. Okay. Just wanted to show you that